Hello, everybody. All right, so welcome to the Mikestand. Um, Hope everybody's had a good week thus far. We're, of course, down to the towards the end of the week. We're in the latter part of the week here. Of course, as always on Thursday nights, this is our night we go over the indie comic showcase. Of course, before we get into that, I'm going to give people a chance to come in. Also, if you haven't already, if you guys can like and share the stream, see if we can get some more friendly people in here to engage, that would be appreciated. Also, if anything here we talk about tonight grabs your attention, feel free to comment and or ask questions, and we will try to answer the questions to the best. I'll try to answer the questions to the best of my ability. So, as I said, we're just giving it a few minutes to give people a chance to get in here. So all right. So anyways, oh yeah. So programming note, just to let you guys know, we won't be doing the panel show this Sunday, so Weekend Edition won't be on this Sunday, but we'll be back next Sunday on the 30th. Also, tomorrow night, of course, I'll have RJ Carter joining me from Critical Blast as we start our coverage of in the historical comic retrospect of comics that went on sale in March of 1940, starting of course with the books that went on sale from DC. I'll talk a little bit more about that, toward the end of the show. But right now, let's talk about. I guess we're at 2.5 minutes now, so I guess we're pretty close. I guess we can go ahead and talk about what's on tap for tonight. So tonight, as you guys know, it's Thursday night. Tonight we usually do, and we will be doing again tonight, the indie comic showcase article from Bleeding Fool. So I hope. So we'll go over some indie comics. Also, don't forget we'll be doing the wrestling wrap up and the this day in each history segments towards the end. So, anyways, let me just do something real quick here. Let me get one last little thing to get one last thing. Yeah, so let's let me do one last thing here before we get going here. Let me just just get the word out a little bit more here, just with a few. All right, so with that, let's go ahead get started then. So with that, let's go ahead and get started on the material. Let's get into the independent comic indie comic showcase here. Alrighty then, there we go with that. Yeah, I guess there is. Well, as usual, there always is a delay of some type. But hopefully, it won't be too bad tonight. So with that, Let's get into this. Indie Comic Showcase number 277. Jiseidai, Phoenix Throne, and Dead at 17 Kill Day. Article by Chris Braley, published June 19th, 2021. Just in case you were wondering, those are the titles of the comics that you're going to be covering tonight. So here we go. Welcome back to another installment of Indie Comic Showcase, a weekly blog where we signal boost a few truly independent comics that are currently crowdfunding their projects, crowdsourcing their funding in some way, or just completely self-publishing on their own. Every little bit of support for these creators matters, from a single $1 pledge to the $25 bundle. And of course, the higher tiers are usually fun too. Even if you can't back a campaign or buy a book, you can share or tweet about these projects to your friends and followers. On Indie Comic Showcase, we interview the creators, show off some art, and tell you how you can check out the product for yourself. Plus, you can always check out my show here on Thursday, where I go over this article as well. Below, we have some outstanding crowdfunding campaigns this week for you to learn about, enjoy, and hopefully support by backing one or more of them. Thanks for checking these out and for being the best part of Indie Comic Showcase. Let's jump in. Dead at 17 Kill Day by Josh Howard. Let's see. All right, so let's see now. As I said, if you haven't already, you guys can help out by liking and sharing the stream. See if we can get some more friendly people in here. That'd be appreciated. Also, if anything here grabs your attention, feel free to comment and or ask questions, and we'll try to answer the questions to the best of our ability. All right, well, anyways, I don't know in here. All right, so let me go grab link here real quick. Of course, this is a Kickstarter campaign. So let me go back up real quick and see the... All right, there's the name. And... Oh, hey, Sang-yoon. Hey, hi, Mike. It's your neighbor, Sang-yoon. Hey, Sang-yoon. I saw you there. Thanks for popping in. As I said, if anything grabs your attention here, feel free to comment and or ask questions. I'll try to answer the questions to the best of my ability. Also, if you haven't yet, if you can help out by liking and sharing the stream, see if we can get some more friendly people in here to engage, that'd be appreciated as well. So with that, let me just get this all down here. So, yeah. Link to this comic that I'm if you wanna go check that out. It's a Kickstarter campaign, so if you want to go check that out, feel free to do so. Anyways, let's get into this article here. Dead at 17 Kill Day by Josh Howard. So, Chris Braley. Welcome to Indie Comic Showcase, Josh. Tell me about Dead at 17 Kill Day. Josh Howard. The story is about a teenage outcast named Nara, who finds herself the target of dark supernatural forces. Dead at 17 Kill Day is a 36-page comic that retells the events of my original Dead at 17, number 1, from 2003 with a twist. All right. So sounds like a slightly alt-universe type story, from whatever he established as the original continuity there. So, anyways, we continue on here. Who is the audience? Chris then asked, "Who is the audience for this comic? What made you decide to revisit this story?" Josh, Dead at 17 is an action horror series for ages teen and up. No adult content, but heavy on the violence. It originally ended its 12-year run at Image Comics in 2015, so about 9 years ago. However, in the last few years, I've had some new ideas that I felt were worth exploring. So that's kind of something that's interesting there. Look at the artwork there. Chris, as sole creator, you're the writer, artist, and letterer. What can you say about your style and approach to making comics and self-publishing? Josh, I've been making comics for 20 years, which that would mean that he started back in 2004. My style is often described as cartoony, quote unquote, which is fair, and that does feel kind of like a modern day cartoon in a way when we looked up at the art there. But I feel it's actually very close in spirit to classic comic styles of the Silver Age. Crowdfunding keeps you on your toes. This is my sixth campaign, but there's always something to learn, and you can never take anything for granted. And that's something we hear a lot a lot of from a lot of independent creators when they're doing the crowdfunding, as crowdfunding has become a big thing the last few years here. So, all right, let's see. All right, Chris, is this a finished product, and will you be taking the story beyond this project? Josh, Dead at 17 Kill Day is sort of a creative reset for the series that sets up everything that comes next. The book is 100% complete and ready for readers. There we go with that. All right. So just kind of go through just so you can get a good look at the art there. Let's see, Chris. Nice. Any special? Okay, he said that twice. Special perks that our readers may want to check out on your Kickstarter campaign. Josh, in addition to 4 variant covers for Kill Day, I'm also offering a special reprint edition of the original issue #1 from 2003. Chris, what I'm seeing looks good. Josh, good luck. All right, yeah. Oh, so that part of the article went pretty quick. All right, so let's get ready to. So first we got Josh Howard. Now we're getting David Howard here. This is kind of interesting. Let me see. Let's see if I can find the cursor there. Like I said, as always, guys, if you we go through the material here. If you want to, feel free to comment and or ask questions. We'll try to answer the questions to the best of our ability. So with that, Blood World by Phoenix Throne #1 by David Howard. So let's go ahead and go grab the link for this. And this is a Fund My Comic project. All right. Blood World Phoenix Throne #1. All right. We'll get that up here in a moment. And here's the link for that if you guys want to go check that out. And the link for that if you guys want to go check that out. So, all right, so Blood World, Phoenix Throne #1 by David Howard. Chris Braley. Welcome to Indie Comics Showcase, David. Tell our readers the pitch for Blood World, Phoenix Throne. David Howard. In the year 2587, mankind has not conquered the stars, not yet. It is an age of wonder, brutality, conquest, and lies. Humanity has split into 3 factions spread across the Sol and orbiting Jupiter, and the people of the Ganymede monarchy and the Phoenix Queen, Yosobet Anev, born in conflict, war has erupted for the control of the Phoenix Throne. Internal and external forces seek to undermine the Queen and upset the delicate balance of Sol. The book is 30 pages in full color. All right. Chris, where did the idea for this comic come from and made you decide to self-publish it? David, this comic is inspired by my love for a number of IPs, intellectual properties, for those who may not know what that particular term thing is, that came before it to include Dune and Game of Thrones. The original genesis of the setting of Blood World was an article I read about transhumanism versus genetic engineering. This got me to think about possible futures for humanity and what that means. Eventually, I wrote 500 years worth of history, taking us to the current date in the setting 2587, which is almost 600 years from now. Like 550, obviously it's 563 to be precise. But I decided to self-publish due to my love of indie comics and spirit that comes with it. While it would be possible to pitch this comic to more established publishers, I think the indie community is more likely to embrace new settings and ideas like the ones we will explore in this series. Let me check to see if there's any. Nothing new there yet. All right. All right. Here's some more. All right. So, Chris, what kind of comic readers is this suited for? David, this comic is ideally suited to a more mature comic reader, age 13 and up. There is warfare, violence, sexual situations, and political intrigue. We are not erotica or graphically violent, but I would not be comfortable letting a child under the age of 13 read the comic. It's real, but not overly graphic, I guess is the way he's trying to present it here. More the let me see as I alrighty then. All right, so Chris, what's your history with storytelling? David, I'm a horror novelist and comic writer with 5 years experience writing comics. I'm the current writer of the Upsec series for ASAP Imagination. My writing is generally science fiction or horror based. Creatively, I like to write layered stories that build upon each other and engage the reader's imagination. Chris then asks, who's the creative team for this project? David, I handled the writing and produced our video. Tosh Awashika, or Tosin Awashika, did the pencils and inks. Jeff Bracey did the colors, and our main cover, Guido Martinez handled letters. Brian Wilson, Matteo Machiorowski, David Jackson, and Caitlin Howard. I wonder if Caitlin's related to him somehow. Provided alternate covers, pinups, or additional art. Our team is spread across 3 continents. Tosin Awosike is based in Nigeria and was referred to me by a mutual friend. Jeff Bracey is my partner in Raincross Press. Let's see. And then Chris asks, what's your production workflow like and how far along is the book? David, I prefer to have a fully written and edited script before I approach an artist. I try to find an artist who understands my vision for the book and who is excited for the project. At the same time, I always want an artist who will bring their own ideas and vision to the project. The book is completely finished and ready to go to print. So if you get an order of it, it should get to you pretty quick. Hey, Sangoon. Let's see. Let's see what you're asking. Do you stream on Twitch as well? No, I don't. I just do it on YouTube. That's all I do there. But anyways, let's see. Okay, so now moving on to the next next paragraph here. So Chris then asks, what are you learning from self-publishing and crowdfunding through this process? David, I've had to do a lot of work educating myself in a variety of things that have nothing to do with writing. Logistics, contracts, marketing, and more have all been areas of study that I knew next to nothing about before I dipped my toe into self-publishing. The most challenging aspect of this journey has been marketing. Marketing is invaluable in getting our book in front of people who will want to read. It is a constant challenge. Well, here's some of the artwork here that he's doing. That's a very interesting thing going on there. Let's see. Let's see now. And as always, guys, if anything here grabs your attention, feel free to comment and or ask questions. I'll try to answer the questions to the best of my ability. And if you haven't already, if you guys can like and share the stream, so we can get some more friendly people in here to engage, that'd be appreciated as well. So, anyways, continue on with the article here. So, Chris asking, can I presume you've got more adventures planned for these characters? David, we absolutely have more plans. For this series and the Blood World setting. Phoenix Throne has 5 more issues in this miniseries at least. We have plans for Blood World far beyond Phoenix Throne, however. And then Chris then asked, any special crowdfunding tiers on your Fund My Comic campaign? David, we are offering an early adopter discount during the first week of our campaign. Additionally, the team behind the project are big fans of comics from the 70s and 80s. And we've included a number of fake ads in the book that are reminiscent of the types of ads you used to get in that age. For instance, the back cover of the book is a quote-unquote Space Monkeys ad, like the old Sea Monkeys ads from back in the day. All of the ads tie in to the greater Blood World setting, a technical diagram of one of the armored suits. And I'm gonna leave this on this for a moment. I do need to kind of go off camera for a moment, but I'll be right back. Just gotta take care of something real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll even put some music on while I'm away. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sometimes you just got to take care of some things. Anyways, let's get back to the article here. All right. All right, then Chris, of course, asked, anything else you would like to share with our readers before we sign off? David, this setting and this story are something this whole team is passionate and devoted to. We know that you will feel that passion when you purchase the book, and we hope that you'll love the setting as well. We really want to share this with the world, and you can help us make that happen when we'll see you in Blood World as we watch the war for the Phoenix Throne unfold. And then Chris says, Sounds good, David. Good luck. And now let's get to the last comic that's being featured here tonight. Hey, good night, Spoon. No Rick tonight? No, not tonight. But you can still stick around and hang out. I mean, if you're into comics, there are a few comics here that you might want to check out. Do you want their Spoon? How are you feeling? Well, tonight a lot better than last night. I did have a bit of an issue, but it did eventually resolve itself. So, anyways, getting back to, so this one's called Jisedai, by Daniel P. Riley. Good to hear. Yep. All right. So by Daniel P. Riley, Jisedai. Let me go grab the link here real quick. And this looks like another Fund My Comic campaign here. Hobby. With that. It's called Jisedai, I believe is how you might pronounce that. So, if you can like and share the stream, see if we can get some more friendly people in here to engage, that'd be appreciated. Also, anything here grabs your attention, feel free to comment and or ask questions, and I will try to answer the questions to the best of my ability. So, that. And if you want to check this particular book out, there's the link right there. All right. So let's see now. And I heard Rick is going around insulting people now that he has a girl. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. First off, I don't know if he has a girlfriend or not. I hadn't heard anything. That's news to me, obviously. But anyways, but with that, let's get back into the article here. Jisedai by Daniel P. Riley. And there's a nice looking young lady right there. All right, so let's see what this is all about here. So, Chris Braley, welcome back to Indie Comic Showcase, Daniel. What's the pitch for Jisedai? Daniel Riley, while watching Hannah play with her pet, Gabriel's mind slips back into his early years under Genbu, the master of Division 8, who handpicked all of the enhanced killers, now known as quote-unquote Holy Eight. Struggling with his choice to protect Hannah, Gabriel attempts to treat her as a guest in his home. But there is danger waiting beyond the large, empty apartment. See. Maybe I made that up then. Yeah, sounds like it. Sounds like it. All right, so So then Chris asks, um, where did the idea for this comic come from? And then Daniel replies, this is the second issue of Jisedai Volume Number 1, featured by Bleeding Fool. When the campaign began, I worked hard these last 6 months to fully produce the next issue as fast as possible without giving up the quality. Um, Inspired by Eric July, who very generously supported the number 1 campaign, I wanted to offer my novella series in a new medium for a different audience, comic books. Here we go, right here. Chris, nice. Who is this series aimed at? Daniel, readers of manga who love vivid action and powerful moments of heart will love this series. Here's some other interesting scenes right here. All right. See. I heard Rick is telling everyone to refer to him as Detective Rick because he's doing an escape room. Might have been Inspector Rick. Sounds like your imagination's working overtime there, my friend. Sounds like your imagination's working overtime. Anyways, as we continue on here, Chris then asked, tell me what you learned from the first issue that you've applied here. Daniel, producing issue number 2, I had the process from number 1 streamlined and followed the same format with my storyboard for my artist and colorist. The only difference is that I listened to supporters and focused some of my creative attention on the small details they mentioned in their reviews and thoughts on the comic. Chris then asked, what other talent contributed to this project? Daniel, Kevin Jacob is my artist who took my storyboard and made it into a gorgeous black and white book. That is the basis for the comic itself, and I couldn't have done it without his talent. Ariana Riley, or as the fans and supporters know her, my beloved daughter, okay, takes Kevin's pages and applies her unique skill at vibrant colors to account each panel she can with a hint of brightness and contrast. A character signature clothing, for example, is colorized to make it stand out against the grayscale black and white art. Here's some more of the artwork here for you guys. see. Chris, yeah, yeah, I'm not even saying the right name. It is Chris, right? I don't know why my brain just, yeah, Chris Braley and Daniel Riley. Okay. All right, so back down here. How far along is the book? Chris asked. And Daniel, I refuse to crowdfund for a product that isn't complete. So number two is done. The Color Pop Special Edition is my way of providing supporters with something special. A full comic in a unique format that no one else can get after campaign's end. That's commendable, Chris said. And then Daniel, um, I feel that each time I complete an issue, I learn a new trick to enhance the next one. There's some more artwork here. Hmm. Let me see if there's any comments here. They Please disregard my last message. Rick told me not to discuss the elephant in the Also, ignore that message. I wasn't supposed to send it. You think anyone have gone crazy due to excessive heat exposure? All right. So, anyways, as we continue on here, Kristen says, "What are your plans for this book?" Then Daniel, Um, ultimately, I want to see this series turned into an anime, and the comic is that stepping stone. In time, I plan to apply what I've learned from the comic series to a traditional superhero series. Kristen then asked, um, any special features in on the campaign page to look for. Daniel, um, the campaign on Fund My Comic is for a limited edition product. After the campaigns end, um, all all prints of this comic are in black and white only. Supporters of the series get to own its unique color pop series. So, GC Day number two. Hi, Daniel. So cool. Kristen asked, cool. Anything else you would like to share with our readers before we wrap up this week's edition mini comic showcase? Daniel, yes. Everything I learn, I share from Whimsyland, my company. Um, it produces the novels, comics, and audiobooks I create. And it is also where I can teach others who want to bring a story to life how to do so more efficiently, rather, than I did just starting out. Whimsyland Literary Coaching and Services turn your whimsy into a reality. And then Chris then says, thanks, Daniel. We're rooting for you. All right, so that's it for this installment. If you're a creator ramping up your own campaign or have a comic available for purchase online and you want to be featured in our weekly column, click here. And follow Indeed Comics Showcase on Twitter at Indie Comics, and reach out to them for more eyes on your crowdfunding comic project. Until next time, support Indie Comics. So there we go with that, everybody. Now let's see what's up here as we prepare to finish things out here. Let's see. Rick made a set of wings out of wax, and when he flew toward the sun, it melted in fear. Rick, all right. All right. So with that, now that we're done with that, so now let me go over quick. Let me go over the I don't even know. Yeah, I'm blinking here. Yes, I'm blinking here. Oh, pro wrestling. That's what we're looking for. I'm just having one of those brain farts right now, I guess. Anyways, yeah, so now, so first off, let me just go over real quick. So these are the books that these are kind of the books we went over tonight. If you guys want to check those out. If you guys want to check those out and I'm gonna go check those out and see if you want to help support those things. You ever try wrestling? Not really. Hurled 1/2 an hour ago. All right. So, anyways, let me go over the So let's see, WE News. Okay, so on last night's let's first go over last night's Dynamite on AEW's Dynamite last night. The opening MJF defeated Rush in the opening bout of last night's Dynamite. Also in the 8-man All-Star Tag match, you saw Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Dante Martin, and Kyle O'Reilly defeat the team of the Don Callis family duo of Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita, as well as Roderick Strong and Zack Sabre Jr. In a match to earn a shot at the AEW World Tag Titles in an AEW World Tag Title Eliminator match. The Acclaimed defeated AW World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks, which now should set the stage for the matchup coming up at 1 week from this Sunday's Forbidden Door pay-per-view. Chris Statlander defeated Nyla Rose to advance in the Owen Hart tournament in the women's bracket. Daniel Garcia defeated Rhett Titus, and advancing in the men's tournament, Pac defeated Claudio Castagnoli. So now for tonight's what's your favorite Juki Dookie disc? I don't have one. Don't even know what all that is. What's your favorite WWE player 1987? Well, WWF 1997. I'd say that probably Hogan, I guess. Probably my favorite wrestler at the time. Security, policeman. All right. So anyways. All right, so let's see now. So also, for those of you watching tonight's TNA Impact on Access TV, including the tag team of Spitfire, of Danny Luna and Jody Threat taking on the team of Hex, Allison Kay and Marty Bell. In a Chicago street fight, Ace Steel challenges Frankie Kazarian. Let's see. Ash by Elegance will be taking on Heather Recklessness. Johnny Curtis takes on Ryan Nemeth. One half of the Nemeth brothers. And then in a Road to Slammiversary qualifying match, Eric Young will be taking on Josh Alexander. So with that, is Caitlin Glass from Southern California. Caitlin Glass. I'm not sure off the top of my head. What is the Oil Tombo anime? I have no idea. What is Steins Gate, Mike? Well, Steins Gate is an anime. It's one of three that's kind of connected. Steins Gate, along with can't think of the other two, but I think it's an anime. So, anyways, so with that, that's all I got for the. So now, with today being Thursday, September 20th, 2024, let's take a look back at this day in each history. 2004, 2019, 2009, and 2018. So, all right. So, Hale, I was binge watching The Boys and lost track of time. Well, we're almost done. So, how did you like the new season? All right. So, anyways, so today being Thursday, September 20th. So let's take a look back at this day in Nietzsche history. History. So first off, we're gonna set back 20 years ago today, as on this date 20 years ago today, back in 2004. Um, Fatherhood premiered on Nickelodeon on this date. Um, Fatherhood is an American animated sitcom about the Bindle Beep family, inspired by the book of the same name by Bill Bill Cosby, which aired from from 2004 to 2005. This was Nick at Night's first original animated series. It was aired on Nick at Night and Nickelodeon. So on this date, 20 years ago today, Fatherhood from premiered on Nickelodeon on this night, on this day in 20 years ago, back in 2004. Let's see. There are just 4 episodes, aren't there? Still being released. Anyways, moving on to the next piece of Nietzsche history here. On this date in 2009, which was 15 years ago today, on this date 15 years ago today, Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated Manabu Nakanishi for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. On this date, for the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated Manabu Nakanishi for the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Now moving ahead to 2018, which was 6 years ago today. On this date, 6 years ago today, back in 2018, the 35th issue of Deadly Class from Image Comics went on sale on this date back 6 years ago today. Sold for $3.99 with 32 pages. So that happened 6 years ago today. And finally, on this date in 2019, the following animes completed their runs in Japan on Japanese television. Studio Dean's Baku Matsu Crisis and Saeda's Yatao Game-chan Kanatsu Nikki both finished their runs on Japanese television on this date back in 2019, 5 years ago today. So with that, I thank everybody for being here today. Let me answer these last set of questions here. Let's see. What's your favorite 2007 animes? Don't know off the top of my head right now. Let's see. What is Claymore and Kaze no Sigma animes? They're both animes. Claymore is an anime featuring a female sorceress, and Kazame no. I do know that they're animes. Let's see. What was Eddie Bleach drama? Well, all I know is that she portrayed the cat character. Anyways, okay. Night Mike, night there, Spoon, and night all. All right. So with that, I thank everybody for being here. We'll be back here tomorrow night to do the I'll be back here tomorrow night with joined by Craig oh yeah RJ from Critical Blast joining me as we will be going over the comments that went on sale from March of 1940. We'll be looking at comments that went on sale from DC, and I hope to see everybody back here tomorrow. Bye.